Hi everyone.
Hello.
So we have been thinking quite a lot about what our next project will be, and we've no shortage of ideas, but we are trying to think what would be the most useful thing for us to do. And we've decided that
We're going to transform this veranda area into a more finished space.
we haven't barely touched it since we moved in, and we've always thought, oh well, we'll build an outdoor kitchen and we'll do this. We won't spend that much time there, but in reality, we spend a lot of time out here on the veranda,
Yeah.
and I think even more so whenever the baby arrives. We'll be out here because it's one of the most shaded areas on the farm. It already has the nice big table there, which is great for use, but it just looks quite unfinished with the brickwork and crumbling bits of render and cement around the place. Whenever we first moved here, nearly 2 years ago now, we used this as our main kitchen area. So it's definitely evolved over time, and it's about time that maybe we turn it into a nice space, and it will make our whole house, I think, look more finished as well.
This side of the veranda is going to take the most work because it's the one side that hasn't been touched, basically. The other side is the house. But first, this side, the plan is I'm going to take our old outdoor kitchen away, clean all the dirt out, and take all the old render away from these nice granite rocks on this wall. Once I get it all out and cleaned, I'm gonna repoint all the stones, render all these pillars with support of around the roof. And once we repoint the stones, they'll be painted white just like our house, and it'll all match in and be a really nice space. The one thing while we're painting around the stones is the roof. We are just going to paint it. There's nothing wrong with it. Doesn't leak. It's strong. We're just going to paint it all white, and it'll brighten up the place and make it feel a lot cleaner, I think. It makes it feel a wee bit wider in here. Lovely big rock was hiding behind it. Next, I'm going to take as much muck as I can out of this little part, because it is up quite high with the top of this little wall. I've now got this big channel all cleared out, or as much as needs cleared out of all the muck, and it is all just the granite bedrock at the bottom, which the whole house is built on, basically. Quite cool to see that. How sad is. Keep these big rocks, because they'll come in nice for re-rendering. We can go down there for now. I can pick them out again.
Definitely needed done this.
Wee hammer comes in useful.
Today, Will and I are doing a little bit more work on the veggie garden again, because growing your own food and vegetables really is a full-time job. Will is going to be making an archway feature for the garden, and I have this morning been doing some weeding and going to do some more mulching. We were able to graft 2 trees, which I'm pretty proud of. We have one here and one at the other side of me as well, which are both willow trees, which I know are relatively easy to plant, but these were actually in this end bed here, and they were there for supporting some peas. Hey boy. Hey boy. So we just put them in the bed to support the peas, and they had some really good roots developed on them, so it was great to get them planted out. Little and small, or big and small. Kisses. Bear found his ball. Yeah, that's been lost for a long time, young man. What?
Today I am going to make an archway just between these two garden beds because Dani has planted some beans at each side. Simba is helping digging, but I have already dug 4 holes. 4 posts at each side and some sort of roof, see-through roof, more of a structure than anything else. I have collected some eucalyptus posts from our forest and brought them up. So I think I have everything that I might need. I've got the first 2 posts cut and just set into their holes. I'm quite surprised I managed to get them level on the first attempt. But the hardest bit for me now is getting the height for the 2 posts at the opposite side, because the ground is a little bit lower and each hole is a slightly different depth. I want the tops to be the same height. That's where wifey will come in to help. But I'm thinking just use one of these across. Have the level sitting on top of it because they're relatively straight. And then I can measure this side once the level is in the middle. Measure. I really like this post, which I found, just because it has quite a cool curve in it here. That's better. One more post to cut. It's okay. I can measure across this one.
As the weather's been pretty hot, the lettuce plants have seriously shot up, but I'm going to let them go to flower and then I can collect some seeds to save for next year, which is great. And we're still eating lettuce every day by the bucket full.
I have just put together 1/2 of the roof. This is it here, little sort of A-frame. Little, quite big. I think it's going to look really nice. I have wee notches out of each side and I've put 2 square bits of timber on the top of the posts just to make it a little bit easier. The notches will sit onto each square piece and it'll be a little bit more secure. And all the bits of eucalyptus are all notched into each other just to make it that little bit stronger. Although there won't be any actual roof on it, so there's nothing to actually catch the wind or anything like that. So I've no worries about it ever blowing over or anything like that. All that is left to do now is make one more exactly the same, hoping to just use this as a template. And then I need a little ridge piece to go join the two of them, and then we're almost ready to get these up. I had found a strip of this metal in squares, not wide enough to go in between the posts, but I've cut it into 4 sections, so 1 and 2 bits each side. It's the same stuff that we're using for cucumber trellises. I've just nailed the side on, and I think it will work pretty well. Just the other side to go. Making good progress under our veranda. I've got the 3 pillars all rendered, and in around the rocks below them I have filled in all the big holes and left it to dry a little bit. Still a little bit of work to do around the wires to cover them up, but time to put the final coat on in around all the stones.
looking really good out here.
You like?
It's making such a difference rather than dodgy blocks.
I need to stand back every so often just to actually see how good it's looking. I'm just staring at one wee spot for so long.
I understand. But definitely once it's smoothed out, it looks just so much more finished.
It just joins it all together, doesn't it?
100%.
Once we don't have this big hole here, it'll really finish it off also.
Definitely. All the dogs are so tired out.